We are back for another one, and today, man, we had another dope ass episode 12 of Backstage Pass, man. And today, boy, we got another special guest, man, because tonight's Backstage Pass is something special because we're bringing a lyricist. It's an MC rooted in the hip hop tradition. He's from the Chicago grind and authentic storytelling. This man isn't just about rhymes, he's about the life in the bars and painting real pictures with his words. Whether it's classic projects or the latest drops, he stays true to the craft and to the hip hop culture from the streets of Chicago to with collabs with artists like Words and many others from the Chicago land. He has an album out full of clips with Words, who was a rundown winner this year. Hey, he's built a career on wordplay and grit and real experience. You know, we got to keep it real, raw, and dope with everybody we bring on here. So you got to have one of the dopest artists from Chicago. He goes by the name of Clew Rock, and he's here tonight, man. Give it up for Clew Rock. What's up, blood? What's up,
Yo,
Blair? How you
yo,
doing?
what's going on, world? Man, chilling. Appreciate you having me on, Huda. Real talk,
Oh
man.
man, it's
Honored to
all
be here,
good.
man, on this holiday,
Indeed, man.
you know.
Indeed, man, and Merry Christmas, man, and Happy New
Merry
Year,
Christmas.
and all that
Yes,
good stuff, man. You know, we definitely here just trying to have a good time and enjoy the wonderful holiday season. You know what I'm saying? So, how
yes,
you been, brother?
man. Just blessed to say the least. Um,
Okay.
Weather's good out here. It's not too bad. Just started drizzling a bit, but it's crazy how the weather is this nice out here in Chicago right now. 80s babies, we used to that heavy snow, especially during this time of the year. It's
No, I
it's
feel you.
crazy. Global warming is real.
Hey, man, tell that to Donald Trump, man. He don't
Right,
believe it. Turn
right.
turn off them wind fans and all the other stuff. He don't
Yeah,
believe none of that, man.
I'm
Get them
about to.
EV cars up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing changing, even though we all see it's changing, but ain't
Yes,
nothing
sir.
changing. Don't believe your lying eyes. You know what I mean? Don't believe your lying
Right, right.
eyes.
I'm
Man,
about to
that's
turn.
dope, man.
I'm about to turn up the AC right now, man.
I mean, I heard that. Now, listen. So since it is the holiday season, man, what do you got going? How you got a family? You got
Yeah, man.
what's happening?
So in Chicago, I'm the only one here from my family here in Chicago. So we keep it real tight knit. My daughter's a Christmas baby. She's gonna be 26 this year, so I'm pretty excited about that. She made me the man I am today, so appreciate that. And
Mm,
just celebrating life, and of course, if we believe in Jesus too. So
hey.
this is the most important day for us. So real talk.
Indeed, hey, definitely, man. So let's start from the top, man. You born and raised in Chicago, or
Yes,
where
sir.
you come from?
Born and raised in Chicago. My parents Puerto Rican, specifically around Humble Park, Logan Square area. That's where we pretty much paved the road with. But overall, just Chicago, man. This is my blood, my sweat, tears have all been here in Chicago, man. I moved out a little bit west right now with my family. Was blessed to get the kids out the hood, but heart's always in Chicago, man.
I mean, so let us know, like, how was it growing up in Chicago back in the '80s and '90s? What was the vibes?
80s. I got to right off the back in being an 80s baby. I got to see Mr. Harold Washington, which was the last real mayor that held it down for the people here in Chicago. And drugs were going crazy back then. My dad was a game banger in Humble Park, and won't get into detail what game, but he was definitely part of that lifestyle. But the difference on how he lived it was night and day compared to what it is now. Like they stood for something back in the day. Humble Park had a real race issue, and blacks and browns were always together. And at that time, there was a lot of beef between the not black and brown trying to take over the community as they are now. But thank God, and everything that he had laid out for us right now, that we got out of that. And you know but a lot of death, a lot of drugs, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, and the cliche line where all my friends are dead or in jail. I'm living proof of that. Don't have too many friends that are, with us today. A lot
Wow.
of them from doing 65 to life. They're
Ooh.
they're 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 out there, man. So blessings to them and their families. But I'm just grateful to be here, man, and have the foundation that I have, man.
No, I believe that, man. That's dope, man. Now, let me ask you. Now, I know in the black homes on Saturday, that was cleanup day, and then that's when the music get played and all that stuff. So I don't know if that's in the Puerto Rican households how it went, but
Oh
what
yeah,
music was being played in the background on cleanup time? What was
right, right.
happening?
So I was raised, my parents were real young, right? So I'm talking
Hmm.
like 17, 18,
Okay.
and they didn't have the means to take care of me. I was raised by my grandparents. My grandfather at the time, he was a ballroom owner, where a lot
Mm.
of like famous salsa dancers and singers would
Oh,
come to perform, including,
that's dope.
like Celia Cruz, Tito Puente.
Ooh,
They've
damn.
performed there. With that, music was always alive. My grandmother was always a church woman trying to pray her husband into the word, and he was one of he was one of those that had a little side piece, and in the
Yeah.
club he had money going on in the basement, and it was just a lifestyle that I got to see both sides of the coin on. To the point where when I was a kid and my grandfather used to get tired of her, telling him to go to church with her, he would go to a Catholic church because being Christian back then, church services were like 5 hours. It was like
Yeah.
a
Oh,
day thing,
man. Oh,
where
man.
where a Catholic church, it was like an hour.
Oh,
So my
in
old
and
man,
out.
yeah, my old man was funny with it, man. So at that point in time, Nintendo came out. I got a couple games, so I would opt to go with him to church, and get out of church,
So we can get
get out.
back.
That's how it was, man. But as far as music, yeah, salsa that was predominant in our home. Of course, I had uncles that are like brother uncles, and I got to again, they were more on that street life and living outside, so it wasn't really a lot of music coming from them. I would say music impacted me like at sixth grade. I learned how to play drums. A
Okay.
well-known music teacher by Mr. Orlando Rivera. He's still in the Humble
Okay.
Park community doing his thing and providing services to children and families that are, undervalued and don't have too much money to pay for schooling on playing guitar and keeping the instruments that we keep dear for Puerto Rican. We do have a specific guitar called the cuatro, and he's well known.
I
He
know
has a
that.
he has a traveling
Oh.
cuatro band that
That's
goes
why,
around.
yeah, that's why his name sounded familiar though, because I
Yeah,
think I've heard that because some of my friends out here, they play a lot of that, they
yes,
play a
sir.
lot of that music as well. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, that name sounded very familiar.
yes,
But yeah,
sir.
that quattro
The little guitar
instrument,
with like eight
yeah,
strings or
yeah,
whatnot. Yeah, that's him.
yeah,
I'm more of a percussionist, but that's how music influenced me in life, man. So it's actual instruments. It wasn't just beats and bars my
beat
whole life.
machines,
I
yeah,
just like words. I think words dad was a musician, so
yeah.
they probably crossed paths because my grandfather owned the club and words
Oh,
pop's been doing that forever. So I'm sure at
oh,
some
I'm
point they
sure.
maybe cross paths.
Yeah,
We never
probably.
really got into that combo, but yeah, man.
Yeah, that's probably what happened too. Real talk.
Yeah,
I'm sure he came to the club at least
yes,
once.
sir. Yes,
Man,
sir.
that's dope, man. So I mean, so where did the how did the hip hop play part? When did you get introduced to hip hop,
Um,
and when did it become part of your life?
a little bit late. I remember the first time I heard hip hop, and I identified. Wait a minute, that's the sound. And my cousin taught me, hey, that's hip hop. This is what it is. And the first artist I can ever remember, it might be a little cheesy. It was House of Pain. I remember that
Dang,
jump
jump,
song.
jump, jump.
Yeah, that specific song right there is etched in my mind, bro. Rest in peace, my cousin Victor. He pretty much was a DJ at the time, was into the big body cars and things like that. And I remember he was older than me, but he was always that cousin that I wanted to be around because they, that side of the family had a little better off, and just it was just somebody that really helped me out as a young kid. And I remember he would bust out the techniques and chop it up, and that specific song was like the first introduction. But as far as me being an artist, that didn't take off till high school, right off the
Yeah.
bat, freshman year. Um, freshman year, my first day of school. You know how we all waiting in line and nobody really knows what to do. They're just waiting in
Yeah.
line to get in the building. Somebody busted out and just started shooting into the crowd. Nobody got hit. I don't know if he was shooting blanks or what, but that's how real this shit was for me
Oh,
on my first day of school. And then
damn.
alluding to hip hop, I remember I was always the youngest. I played a lot of basketball, and the neighborhood knew me, and I was always the youngest. So I was a freshman, but had classes with like juniors and seniors, and a lot of the time, especially in gym, it was nothing but watching b-boys break dance, and I didn't know what the hell they were doing. I just knew it was dope as hell. I was too fat to be doing head spins, so I couldn't dab into that. I saw the graph heads, you know, the graph heads were doing their thing. And to me, that was like, man, fuck gang banging. You know, I was in a neighborhood where it was nothing but gang banging. Like,
Yeah.
I was in the middle of like four opposing gangs, you know,
Damn.
very close to where Kenny lives now, you know. So he's a warrior being in there. But real talk,
Yeesh.
like the music, I saw somebody battling in lunch or coming out of lunch. There was a soda machine, like a canteen right there, and you know
Yeah.
they were just ciphering right there. A kid was literally beatboxing while they were just
Oh
freestyling.
man.
And I remember this dude who's now in jail. I won't say for what, but I think it's a life sentence. His name was Morg, Morg. He was
Well, damn.
badass. So he was an MC and he was a b-boy, and he was battling this kid named KC Bonds. That was his name. That's what he went by,
Whoa. Okay.
KC Bonds.
JC
KC Bonds
Bonds.
called him a bitch while ciphering. Morg had a can of pop, smashed that shit on his eye, and homie came to school for like weeks with a ring. And just
Damn.
seeing that was like, damn, words and bars can do that. I mean, I want in. I can't graph, I can't draw, I can't break dance, but I know I want to do something with this. I don't want to be beatboxing.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned, man. I just started, you know, really diving into music and you know, just head in the crates, man. Just listening to whatever I could get my hands on. I was a super backpacker. So to me, that was
Okay.
the essence. Having MCs like Prime and Juice from Chicago,
Yeah.
that pretty much was something that I had access to. You know, we
Yeah.
had
That's
access to Mo Men. Mo Men represented Chicago in a large platform at that time. And ironically, when I started recording, I didn't know the whole time Mix Massacre lived across my alley. So it's
mm,
like Mix Massacre is a well-known producer as well, and I started recording with Juice, with Prime, and all the heavy hitters. My first time ever going into like a cipher, I was 17, and I remember back in the day, there wasn't a lot of fancy technology. So
yeah. No.
if you get a ticket, it's literally a paper, and it's on that carbon paper. So I
Mm-hmm.
was 17 at the time. You could put the paper on something, use a penny or something, and write on it, change the date on my birthday. And the homie Dad Makes Beats, who's also a producer that you know, at the time he was doing his thing with a group called Record Players. He had me jump on a beat. I didn't even know it was like gonna be something that was gonna be on anything. And I go years later to a studio to record a verse for something, and the homie that was doing the engineering was like, "Hey, you're the only one that I don't have that signed this record." Bro, I found out I was on a record with like Rhyme Fest, and to
Oh.
me that was crazy. I'm on a
Oh
record
hell
with
yeah.
Rhyme Fest with Juice and all the heaviest hitters there, and that was my first time ever recording. So I've been blessed as far as with the people that were around me that helped me, you know, get into my structure and where I'm at with the music, man. So it's been a long ride. I'm 45 now, but I feel like it's all more doors are opening now more than ever, man. Working with AQ and Words, those are things that, you know, I didn't think so much would be moving right now at this age, man. And more doors than ever are opening, man.
I already know, man. And that's dope, man. Now, let me ask you a question. During that time when you first started developing, who were you? You know, usually when you start rhyming, you kind of sound like somebody or build your
Um,
rhymes in the sound of somebody? I always tell
so
everybody I was an Ice Cube fan, so I used to try to
yeah,
be like a baby Ice Cube. You know what I'm
so
saying?
I loved Juice, but I couldn't do that punchline type shit. You know, it was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hard
that's
as hell, dude. But
yeah.
I did have like some intricate type of bars, and that comes from Eminem, man. There's nobody. I think if you're an MC, personally, I cannot listen to too much Eminem even now because then that style gets in your head, and you're like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like. So I that was one of those where Eminem was king to me, bro, and he was doing his thing. Even though J.U. Ice gave it to him.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you on that, man. Yeah, I hear you on that. Sometimes when somebody got a flow, when somebody has a flow like that, that's that like distinct, like you said, it'll get in your head, and
Yeah,
you end up doing damn near you'll want to rhyme like this
yeah,
and
yeah.
do what they doing because it's like, oh man, that's so dope. But no, I
Yeah.
feel you on that too. It's crazy because I felt like once I started rhyming, like for real, I stopped listening to other people because of
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's
Like I
that's
really did.
that was definitely the influence as a kid, man. And you know, now I found my own sauce to it, and you know, is what it is. Here we are.
Now, when you rhyme and you put your words together, they definitely paint these like real vivid pictures and stuff. So, how do you balance, actually storytelling with also just making sure you got your bars on
Um,
how they supposed to be?
I would say again, listening to a lot, man. As a kid, I kind of like made sure that if I'm really gonna do this, I'm gonna keep it at a level where the bar is always gonna be high. And you know, a lot of I would say church too, man, learning different words and different vocabulary and I was never a bookworm or anything like that, but I was one of those that loved words like uh the words themselves. I was one
Yeah,
of, I was one of those that loved, you know, vocabulary, man, and to me
yeah,
that helped me be a little more efficient when I was, you know, writing. It made me come off different because I had words that the hood wasn't using much, you know, and it becomes kind of a gift and a curse at that time because everybody was on that, you know, twisting type shit. Bone Thugs and
yeah,
Harmony was coming out, you
yeah.
know, so being super backpacker, you get to have your ear on a whole nother level of music. You know,
Yeah.
it's a whole different game, and I thank God that I didn't learn hip hop from like the top 40 rappers. You know, I learned it
No, I feel you.
from the backpack shit. You know, and yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Now, so what is kind of your writing process like when you actually sit down and create? Do you like already have an idea, or you type to just kind of sit down and just start writing? Like, what's your process to
Right.
creating a dope track?
So originally, I would have to like think of what I want to write about first, and then kind of like put it on paper. Um, Somebody put in my head the idea of writing without lines, so that way you're not constricted with just a pattern. It's a mental thing, right? So my 16 bars, I didn't like to just set up punchline. I wanted to, you know, create more of a elusive words, you know, elusive stories and
Hmm.
stuff that really makes you hone in. And I attribute that to like MCs like KRS-One and you know, just people that inspire me like Nas. They do that. They paint pictures with words. It's not
Yeah.
just punchlines and battle raps and things like that. Even though I could do that shit, but to me it was more so. That's my process, man. I just really just go in. I'm at a point where the writing is just fluent, man. I just know I got to get the job done, and God blesses me, man. I'm just a vessel when it comes to this writing stuff, man. Like it's been something where I'm just the instrument and the music just comes from nowhere. I can't say that there's a methodical process of how I do this. It's like lightning. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there it is. It's
Yeah.
written.
No,
And
I was just talking
I
with somebody yesterday on my interview yesterday. I was telling them like my mom used to tell me like when I used to have these songs and she like she like you created like a spiritual thing because it's coming from nothing. It's like
yeah,
there's nothing there. It's
yeah,
just an idea. It's just a thought, and then that
yeah,
thought turns into a whole bunch of words on a piece of paper, and then that turns into a song, which could create a whole, could make somebody think in a certain way, can
yep.
change somebody's mood, can brighten up a day, darken a day. It's a whole vibe, man. So
It's true,
it's,
man. Music saved me, man, and it wasn't through like just hardcore rap. We're talking my favorite group ever, Black Star. Like
yeah,
most Def to me, you know, it was a person that I wanted to be like. I'm not anywhere near there, right? But I feel like most Def really did it right. You know, he's a Muslim. He really didn't talk about being a Muslim, but his lifestyle lived that, and he was still just a pure MC, just talking real stuff, like real issues that are current, and just being like a news reporter behind enemy lines. And that's how I try to write, man. I try to really bring what's happening to life, and show people that it's really up to you how you live life, because I don't have a reason why I'm out of the hood now. Everybody could have had that same chance if they just applied themselves, and that's what it is, man. And now being a father, it's like, I want to make sure that I leave things that maybe I can't talk to my kids about because they don't want to, you know, bring up certain things, but maybe one day they'll hear it in my music where, it'll give them life lessons.
no, definitely, definitely, indeed, man. Now, I know you had a project called Breath of Life, right? That's one of your
Yes.
projects, one of your first
That
projects
was
you put
that
out.
was one of my first ones. It was really dope. I thought I was gonna die. Like, no lie, I went through a life
Hmm.
health issue, and
Hmm.
that album came from a place of fear, a place of I got to get this off my chest because I hadn't put out a project of my own at that time yet,
Hmm.
and I just feel I wanted to really pay respect to hip hop. And do it the right way, pay homage to Chicago and everything it's been to me, because it's not the same for everybody else. And
Yeah.
yeah, Breath of Life was one of those. I felt like I had to just let that out and leave something for my shorties. I really thought I was gonna die, man.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How, have you ever gone back and just revisited the whole thing and like
Yes.
listened to it
Yeah, some
from
of my
from like a different perch? It's like now you're in a different place, and to go back and kind of soak it in.
Honestly, I want to remake it. Like, now that I have AQ, get a better sound quality. At some
Yeah.
point, when time permits, I want to remake that album because there's a lot of gems in there that I don't think got enough traction because of the times, and Chicago very close minded when it comes to support for one another. But there's a few ride or die people that know what's up. I think Breath of Life is still withstanding test of time. It just needs to be remade as far as a better quality. But I
Yeah,
go
that's
back and
dope.
listen to it often. I'll still perform it if it allows. Check it out if you
Yeah.
haven't. It's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
I listened to a couple of songs on there, man.
Yes,
I was
sir.
just kind of breezing through some stuff, man. Speaking of that, I also got a chance to listen to that Full Eclipse album with
Yes.
you, AQ, and Words, man. Now, I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, break down what it's like working with Words and AQ running back, man. Because I know
It
I've
was
worked with them, dope guys.
in one word, therapy.
Mm,
One word, therapy, man. Like, this is the most organic. I say this every time we talk about the project. Working with so many groups and cliques and singles and collabs and stuff like that. I've never felt uh an organic sense like that. Like, we go in, we record, the Q makes the beat, like right there with us. If we don't already have the bars, we would, I think, like 70 to 80% of the songs were written right there. Like, you know, we would go in, make the beat, write the song, lay the joint. He'll mix and
Mm,
master because, you know, AQ is a monster with that shit.
monster.
He'll do it all in and we might have a video while we're recording it, not even knowing, you know. So he's wild like that, man. But yeah, it's very organic and it's very therapeutical, man. Our motto is not really our motto, but iron sharpens iron is basically
Indeed.
how we think, and that's our process there, man. Like sometimes we won't even record. We'll just be talking about life stuff and just sharpening each other, and it's just so dope because Kenny Words, you know, I was in a group called Middle Ground. I was like the first, like season one Middle Ground, you know, and I left the team, and Words came in when I wasn't with the group anymore, and it's just crazy how those things fall in place, like, you know, and now we're making music. I always said, um, Words and I did a song called Blue Line, and that was like probably the beginning of us just working. It was just so cohesive. It was like everything we did vibed right. The beats we liked, the selection.
Oh yeah.
It's like the same theme but a different embodiment. We're from the same neighborhood. I didn't know he lived like maybe 5 minutes from where I lived at that time. Um, and yeah, man, it's just organic, man. Like it's every MC's wish is to be able to do everything in the studio and to have a person like AQ on our corner really vouching for us is something that, like I said, doors are opening now more than ever for me, and a lot of it has to do with AQ um, taking a chance with us, and again, iron sharpens iron. I don't feel. At first, it was like, man, AQ's so dope. Like, I always got to come ride. I got to, stay quiet because they already had something going on. But then it's to the
Yeah.
point where we have to say what matters, and anything that needs changes or adjusts. We're very open with how we make the music, man. The processes are really dope, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, I love what y'all do, man. I love that album. I listened to that whole album all the way through. I was like,
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
man, this is good hip hop music. Like
Yes,
people
sir.
just you don't even like if you really grew up in that shit and know that
Yeah.
was hip hop music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So I definitely was impressed, man.
Yes, sir.
So matter of fact, let's check out some music. We're gonna play this song, one of your songs called Class Act.
Class
Um,
Act. Yeah, that's a new joint actually. If I can talk about it a little bit,
yeah, indeed, break it down.
it's a current event, right? Like everything in our face right now. I think everywhere in the U.S. is ICE, right? ICE is really kicking our ass. Not only
Mm-hmm.
black, not brown. It's affecting everybody. Right now, although I moved out the hood, I live a block away from the detention centers that everybody hears about when they see about Chicago news and the animosity and all the protests and stuff going on. I live a
Mm-hmm.
block away. I can open my door and I hear all that shit.
Mm.
From the priest that got shot in the head with a rubber bullet while praying for them, all that was real. And the job that I do, like what I did for work at the time, currently I was a salesman, and the territory that I sold in was my old neighborhood. So the amount of immigrants that are in Chicago in general, um, specifically in Latino communities, is crazy, man. Like it's I've never seen this. I'm an 80s baby and I've never seen this in my life, yo. We're talking
Mm.
women with babies in the cold, in the rain, and all they have is a little satchel holding a baby. And most of them, 9 times out of 10, are selling like Snickers, M&Ms,
Come
so
on.
that they can get money to rent a space of an apartment. And when I mean a space of an apartment, we're talking about kitchen, living room. They probably have a little corner of the living room, and other families have another corner of another. It's not like they have a room, right?
How is
And
this? How is this America?
it's
How is
crazy,
this
man.
America? How is
Yeah,
this
and
America?
Yeah, it's wild, man. And then right now there's so much pressure about getting them out. When the issue was that the coast states pushed them all to the center states, specifically Chicago, and
Hmm.
now they're acting like, oh, we don't know who was sent here, so we got to take everybody. That seems to be like the picture. But the real thing is, like, you and I are brown and black, bro. Like,
Hmm.
what's to say they don't use that as an excuse to take
Yeah,
our asses out? Take your ass to
next,
Africa. Do you know anybody in Africa? Do you
hell
have family in
no,
Africa?
hell
If I didn't
no.
have family in Puerto Rico, I know Puerto Ricans that have never been to the land and have no connection to the land. So
Yeah,
imagine you get taken to a country after living here your whole life and going back to your country by force because you're labeled an immigrant. That's a gap that they can use to take anybody. You know what I'm
yeah, I know.
saying? And with that, I made the song Class Act. Class Act is more, I was angry while writing that. It wasn't to that beat. And then AQ showed me that beat, and I was like, yo, I need this beat. I'm gonna put this song. It's not gonna have a hook. At the end of it, I'm gonna put like a little bridge, but it's just gonna be bars and talking about the situation from the excuse of, hey, they're taking jobs, uh, which is total bullshit because they're doing 9 times out of 10, they're doing jobs that don't nobody want to do. Um, so that idea of, oh, they're taking jobs. I don't see too many white collar Americans doing that type of
Ain't
work.
nobody finna do
You know
none
what
of
I'm
that,
saying?
man.
Nobody, exactly. So that's what the song is about. It's called Class Act, and it's produced by Equality, recorded, engineered by Equality, and hope y'all enjoy it, man.
Indeed. So we gonna get into it. This is
Yes, sir.
Class Act by Clew Rock and AQ. Run it back, man. Let's get
Hey.
into this. Let's get into this, man. Uh-oh. Man, I wanna play. Don't wanna play. Come on, play. What's going on here? Let me get it on there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It ain't playing.
Gotta appreciate technology.
Yeah, technology is the best, ain't it though?
Yes, sir.
Now it's acting crazy. Oh boy. What is going on here? It don't it is it just keeps saying play. Like it's gonna play and then don't want to play. Save it to the library. Maybe I gotta save it to the library. Then we go to the library. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one today. Come on, man. Yeah, I've been having technical all day with this computer. I don't know what's going on today.
See, they know what we're about to play. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're trying to
Mhm.
keep us from playing that real deal. All right, they tripping right now. This one ain't on YouTube.
It should be. Yeah, I
Is it on
think it is. Let
YouTube?
me let me
Let me see if I can find the music. This thing, I don't know what the hell going on with Spotify today. I should have installed the YouTube. Here we go. Let's get it rocking.
yes, sir.
Sorry, y'all. Let me get this. Here we go.
Hey, it's a lot going on right now. Black, brown, y'all.
Look, I'm about that bag. If you ain't with it, march on, pay me no mind. If you ain't see it's all about class by now, my nigga, you blind. It ain't the color of your skin, we selling out all the time. It be your own motherfuckers signing off on that line. Leaders, who to believe in? I see some of y'all trying, but I'm Puerto Rican. You see history repeat all the time. My black peeps living this daily. Please don't make me remind. You hear the first few lines, it's all about money signs. Elephants and donkeys in it, some of y'all in it too. If you support ICE, big middle finger to you. No excuses, we not animals, this bitch ain't a zoo. Even the richest bloodline had to migrate through. And others trash like criminals, sent here catch them fools. But what them ladies selling food or labor's doing to you? Don't say job, cause they doing shit that you'll never do. And what's from stopping them from mixing us up in that shit too? Imagine waking up in Africa, a PR no clue, no phone, ain't been there ever, what the hell you gonna do? Seen a 60-year-old man say he been here since 2, slam face on the ground right in front of a school. From all this shit, it's one visual that's stuck in my mind. Little kid zip tied, then thought of Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, by the way, where the names at? Them pictures paint 1,000 words, you could frame that. I feel really in this age, it's a shame that even when it's shoved up in our face, we just lay back, run it. What can I say? I just woke up to the BS, don't look for it, just come my way. Just another day, I open the door for a stretch in the yawn, here signs and case. Stuck in the maze, OG still trapping, still broke with their mom, don't hold on their babies. Bitch, you just lazy. How I know, cause we both from the same hood, but how I'm so wavy. Leave me alone, walking this bitch like my dick made of stone. Translate the yo tengo guia cabrón. You run my nigga, this rap we too grown, but fuck you, Nefarious white of all tones. Yo, where do we go? We all been here before, but act like we don't know. Mama pray for my soul, feel I'm losing my mind, we been robbed out here blind. And this ain't the first time, feel I'm stuck in a rut daily, I'm in a rush. Broken picking it up, asking how can I help when I'm fucked up myself. Watch my people get dealt by the devil himself, out here killing ourselves for the basics and else. Water, heat and some covers, the look on my brothers, keep us down for the come up. Send help on the double while we in the bubble, looking down on the rubble. Smoking, we paying double, find this hard to talk. Only speak the way I stand and walk. No cap, let my head breathe, I'm a class apart when I craft this art. I ain't thinking about a plaque or chart, speak life to a broken heart. Cause broke dreams turn to nightmares on repeat, lead a fresh start. 18, had my first seed, just a kid, I was young. Thought I found my true love, but really I was just sprung. 20, got a baby mama now, drama surely gon' come. Thinking God, how you gon' do this to me? I just really wanna run, gone. Cause everybody looking for some change, digging in they cushion for a come up empty-handed. History repeat itself, we living up this shame. I'm just trying to separate myself and spark a flame, let my light glow.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, hey, he was flowing on that shit.
You know, it's just had to speak, man. You know, like it's we live in a society, and this is everywhere, where we don't even acknowledge humans walking by each other. Like I find that weird as hell. Like, that's just the weirdest shit to me. No matter where you from, you know, like, damn, you know, people hurting and it's a joke. Everything's funny. Everything's clowning. Everything, you know, it's not a lot of OGs saying anything. You know what I mean? They're just falling part of it. They're being consumed by algorithms and things instead of like speaking about things and taking a stand. I mean, not that we're gonna be presidents or anything like that, but at least for your own community, like step up. Like something's not okay, side with that side of the coin. You know, like it's one of those where that's what my age is doing to me right now. Like that's what I feel I'm being called for, is to kind of like speak to it for us, you know, make it okay and acceptable within our community of rap and hip hop to use hip hop what it was originally for, man, which is to be the voice, man, not just to waste bars and shit, you know.
No, that was definitely not a waste of bars right there. No, that was some real shit. That was some real talking about some shit. Like, you know, man, people need to hear that. That's only, and the production is off the hook, first of all. And that's what's like. So even if you don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying, it's not like your flow was off the hook. The beat was crazy, but people do need to digest a little bit, man. Like, what's his name? Charlemagne the God always talk about the ratchet and the righteous. Like, you gotta have a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like that, bro. That was fire right there. Ooh,
Appreciate you, my brother.
hey, I like
Appreciate
that,
you.
man. I mean, so I mean, what kind of keeps you grounded to even have that type of mindset and be in that space to make that type of music?
Um, I would say knowing that that I have again, I have my daughter, but I also have two young men. My oldest son is 20, and then my 10-year-old is like, yes, I started the clock over again, but
Yeah,
it's having two young men in this day and age makes me want to make sure that I leave some type of foundation for them, and whether they decide to pick up a mic or not, just I know what music did to me even before I became a rapper or decided to do music, and it wasn't again the catchy shit that was on the radio. That was always there. That was like background music. What made me gravitate to it was the messages, the shit that let me think outside of what I'm already seeing in my neighborhood. I already see that shit that's on the radio in my neighborhood. It was different to hear again a Mos Def, a Black Star. I wanted to make sure that I represent that brown star. You know what I mean? And
I
and
feel
and
you.
to me that's my journey right now, man, is making sure that I represent um just reality, ground everybody back down. At least if you hear my music, you're not gonna get just the typical brainwash shit. Yeah, we do have those type of songs where I call them fillers, but even then we still try to put something in that type of music.
Yeah, man. Now, how do you think? What do you think about the younger generation in Chicago sound that's out there? Like,
um
what do you think about that sound and what direction they're going in, and
yeah,
as a youth in your city?
so it first off, the youth is resilient, you know what I mean? Like, you and I, right? We learn about wars and shit like that through books, right? Like protests through books and school and stuff like that. We weren't, in a sense, right? Because we were living in our own type of war and chaos, right? We just didn't see it.
Hmm.
We were just
Yeah,
in it, right? But these kids are living just like a kid in Afghanistan born to war. They know nothing else but being in war. These kids are living this, bro. And they're resilient, man. They just now getting back into the mind state of again being woke and I wouldn't even say woke, just falling in line with their calling, right? And changing that mindset of Chicago's known for drill and killing. Also, a lot of the news is bullshit. Like our crime waves have gotten lower within these last couple years than they have been in a long time. But it's the visuals and how accessible information you want to find is. So you type
yeah,
something into Google, you're going to find a million things that are going to point to that something that you're looking for, that
of
certify
course.
that what you're thinking or looking for is what's happening.
Yeah,
Chicago is there's a lot of good in Chicago too. And the arts is very acceptable over here. Um Even in Inglewood, Inglewood is growing up. There's a lot of hip hop community, the type of hip hop that we like, and you could see it. You could see the youth gravitating to that again, like I was. I was tired of seeing what's around me every day. So again, that hip hop underground sound made me gravitate to it because I was so tired of seeing the same thing every day and every day. And
yeah.
it's happening, man. It's coming full circle. Um, and I'm glad that wave is coming back, and I think other states and cities are doing their work to identify and push that type of sound. Everything from Joey Badass, if you think of it, on the New York side, and others. There's so many. Ransom, to me, Ransom is the GOAT right now, and that man is spitting knowledge. He's not just out there wasting bars. That man is spitting wisdom. He sounds like a like a philosopher. You know what I mean? And that reminds me again of what Most Def and that type of music did for me. It made me elevate my understanding of things that are going on around me.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's dope, man. Hey, listen. I mean, so also when you're just in your city, who are some of the people that you aspire to kind of work with to, and maybe you kind of admire what they do and you want to kind of get down with them, maybe locally?
Right now, the people that I'm working with, not to say that I'm close to working with anybody, um, but I'm hyper focused on the people that I'm working with right now. This is what I want, you know.
I hear you.
And I feel super blessed, and I say that in the most humblest way. I'm not saying that as a jab to anybody. There are people doing their thing, but right now we're so focused on what we're doing, man, and trying to make an impact to the craft itself that we kind of have our lane paved right now.
I heard that.
Always open to work with people. I mean, Castaway, we did a song with Castaway recently, one on his, and then he jumped on one of ours, so he's going to be featured on the next project that we're putting out with AQ. But yeah, I don't really listen to too much outside of what we're doing, and
Yeah.
that can be a gift and a curse, right? But at the same time, in Chicago, not a knock on our city, but right now I'm focused on me right now and what we got going on in our circle, to where, the only people I'm trying to do music with, it is like a ransom, like a that type of
Yeah.
level. It's like, we're trying to make that lane so that, we become the people that others want to work with in Chicago, whether within or from another state.
Okay. Well, now since you're speaking on it, speak life into what you guys are doing. This new project that you guys
Yeah.
are working on, you and
So I want to start with what Words and I kicked off, as far as outside of just the loose singles or the couple joints he had on my Dope Aesthetic album. That's how we kind of really started honing in on, yo, we got something. We might as well just do work, and let's try this EP. That EP that came out as a result was Speech for the Poor. The person on that cover is, rest in peace, Dr. Pedro Albizu Campos, who is pretty much Puerto Rico's Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, to put it in a nutshell, right? And Puerto Rican history is being erased from the books, so you see a lot of pride right now in trying to put that message and story of what's going on in PR out. So it started with Speech for the Poor. My bad, I'm a little long-winded when it comes to talk. I ain't used to this type of setting, but Speech for the
it's all
Poor to
good,
me,
man. We want to hear. We want to hear it, man.
yeah,
Let us know.
Speech for the Poor was to me the accelerator for us, man. Like Speech for the Poor, we decided to really come together and really do some hip hop shit. We wanted to make sure that we not only tell a story about Speech for the Poor, about life and keeping our bars like real organic, but we also wanted to talk some shit too, like not towards anyone, but like put some bars out there. But then when we connected with AQ, Full Eclipse was just something that took form of its own, to where shit, it is what you hear it. And that was the catalyst to kind of like keep moving. And right now we're, I think, maybe 2 or 3 songs shy of finishing the follow-up to that. Words and I are going to do a follow-up to Speech for the Poor. I'm simultaneously working on a like 5 to 6 track EP so that I could start building my individual catalog as well. But just a lot, man. The work is so enjoyable that we don't see it as work. It's a blessing to be able to put in into this craft, man. So
Now, now you gotta really tell us about how it is working with AQ, because like I said, he's such a chill guy, man. So
yeah,
you might, some people may like not looking like, he's not that boisterous. A lot of times these
yeah,
producers that be kind of dope, they gotta have their chains on and they talking all
yeah.
that shit. And he real low key. He don't brag about nothing. He just kind of does the work, man. So talk about working with AQ, man.
Yeah. AQ is a man of God, bro, for real. And I mean that with whole heart. And I'm sorry if I keep saying man of God and referencing Jesus, but I'm in a personal crossroad in my life where not to say I'm going to change my music and make Christian music or nothing like that, but in a personal level, that's something that I'm working with. And
we do God here. God, it's God.
There
It's
you
God
go.
on this channel. No problem.
There you go, man.
We
That's
can
dope.
speak that on this channel.
That's dope, man. And I think with the whole concept of iron sharpens iron, it opened up a lot of outside the box thinking. The creativity was like I hate when you go to a studio and it's you and the engineer and he's just recording you and stop play and he's asking you if you like that. You know what I mean? AQ, as quiet as he seems, he's the most vocal to everything. Like he is the glue, you know what I mean? Like he tells us, hey, we need to do this a little more. I need you to, you know, insinuate this word a little more. Like he'll actually what do you call it? Executive produce. And that's a whole nother level as far as what I've experienced in the past when it comes to engineer, producer slash, you know, dealing with me as the rapper, right? So I really appreciate that. And what is really dope is the man is accessible, bro. Like he is so accessible, man. He'll find a way to get you booked if you know his schedule's jammed, you know. He'll figure out, you know, some time to work with you. And is the cost that you pay him for that type of work, I mean, dude, it pays itself off. If you're really doing this, it's nothing exuberant. I mean, gym shoes are $200 plus, my boy, and they're remakes. You know what I mean? Like,
not even.
You know what I mean? So I mean, and that's just a small comparison, but like,
definitely.
You know, people are so used to the early 2000s pricing, and that's not what it is. Technology, equipment, things it's so expensive to keep, you know, your studio rolling in the top, you know, tier, you know. And I won't mention names, but the people that he's told me that have called him that are like people that I won't mention names, but some of the biggest artists that you know of have reached out to him, and he's had the luxury of keeping his ground and saying, no, I can't work with you right now on this, you know. I have this person, and it's just, again, I don't mean to show all his cards, but to me, looking at how humble he can be really helps me to be, you know, humble myself in that aspect. Iron sharpens iron. Yeah.
I feel you on that too, man. And like I said, he's such a cool cat, man. Like I said, if you ask him about something, he gets back to you. Or,
man.
Like I said, man. So you know, I definitely think he's a good guy. And on top of the fact that I dealt with when I was working with my music, I dealt with this guy who was he was the engineer for one of the biggest like groups in San Francisco at the time, and so he was pretty good. He was like very good at engineering and getting the sound crisp. So once when I was hearing you know, Word's stuff on the because I got introduced from Words through the Rundown, and I started hearing his music, and I was like, damn, it sounded good. And then they're like, yo, hey, AQ did it. You know, AQ was on the thing with me, and I'm like, oh, he did the mix in because I know a mix from a cool mix from a somebody know what they're doing mix. There's a difference. There's a difference. People don't realize it, but there is a difference. Where you just got that little extra sauce on it, that little just something else. You hear that little sound in the background. Shit is bouncing from ear to ear, and it's little shit. People don't be, you know, sometimes people miss all of that, and I'm like, damn, who did that? What the fuck? Ain't he recorded it this week? You know what I'm saying? Usually, if you're getting all of that take a 3-week mix, and you got to go 7 times, and
his turnaround is crazy, man. You walk out of the studio with a rough mix that sounds like it's mixed.
You ready to go? You ready to go put it out? You're like, what else you gonna do? And that's what I love, because that's how I used to be with my guys. Like when you leave, you like, you want me to come back and give you some more money? Well, I'll take this. This is the work.
Yeah,
So I
AQ's the man, man. And shout out to Words on that W, man. That House of Wax was my favorite joint. It's on
no,
heavy
he went in.
rotation. Yeah.
He went
Words
in, man.
killed that shit, man.
He went in like for a couple weeks straight, man. Matter of fact, I was actually yesterday I did the one guy that he went up against Larry Belafonte, and because he was like the first guy to kind of start just weekly just doing a new song, and then he was like, I went up against Words. He was like, I knew I had to I had to come with some shit, man. And because we actually played the song that he went up against Words, and I was like, damn, I didn't actually like hear everything you said that night because you were saying a lot of shit. I was like, damn. Yeah, he was like, I was trying to kill him because I knew he was gonna come. I knew he was gonna come. So yeah, man, I will say y'all got bars, all of y'all.
Thank you, brother. And there was some talent on that roster as well, man.
Yeah.
Salute to all of them, man. And I got to tune in a little more so when Words started like making shit for the days, you know, and to me that was dope because we would be fucking workhorse. Like we would be recording our song, and mind you, the way our processes are, that's making the beat, writing the song, recording it, him giving it a little sauce, right? And then he would after that write a song, record the song, maybe shoot a little video, all for you guys to have it for your thing, man. So to me, bro, it's humble, bro. Super humble.
Yeah, man. It's just dope, man. So I love what y'all do. Like I said, when I listened to that Fully Clips, I was like, okay, he definitely put together a dope production all together, and it sounded cohesive. Everything was well produced. Everything was mixed and mastered well. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm definitely down with what y'all doing. So that's what y'all got coming. Is there a date on that new project y'all got?
No, I want to, as a safety net, I want to say maybe February, March, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, don't quote me on that.
It could be sooner, it could be later. I'll leave that for AQ. He's the brains behind that one, but yeah, I couldn't see it go any further than March. Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you dropping anything solo before that yourself?
I'm 3 songs in for a 5-song EP, so I might drop something before, you know. I got some beats that they just sent me from a homie out in Florida. His name is Terse. He's got some fire. Oh shit! Shout out to Custom Made. He just sent us like a crazy batch. If you're not familiar with the homie, Custom Made is a what do you call that? Like a partner of ours, like friend, like close family to us, you know.
Yeah.
But he's got some shit that he's working on too that he sent us a batch for. And who knows, man, there's just a lot on the docket right now, and I just know that what's in focus is the Full Eclipse follow-up, the Speech for the Poor follow-up, and then my EP. Everything else is gonna have to kind of work its way around that. I just personally did a song with Dad Makes Beats, who was the first person to ever record me. He like disappeared from the face of the earth. I think some family stuff happened, but he's back in tune and he's making the same type of bangers that he was making back in the days, but just with now's flavor, you know. And we recorded a joint that I can't wait to show y'all. It's gonna have like a legendary DMC champ, like a turntablist on there. So I won't mention no names. I'll let y'all people when it comes out. You'll be the first to know about it. But yeah, man, just staying busy and consistent with the pen, man. That's what it's been, man. I thank God that I never got into that lax, you know, stage in life where age problem and just life itself kind of makes you put your stuff to the back burner. Even though I didn't record for a while, I was always writing. I was always doing like little videos of freestyles and just never put it down. But you know,
yeah. No, that's dope, man. I mean, for I know if y'all, what I heard, man, if y'all keep moving the way y'all moving, I can see some things really going, man. And because there's a lot of people are, I think, going back towards that sound.
Yeah,
people are getting tired of the you know, the same old just mumbling and saying wild stuff and just all the evil. I think the positive vibe music is going to come back. I think we need more artists like y'all who keep doing that, man. So, I mean, now when it comes to any other people, do y'all have any other people in the crew? Or is it just you three?
It's just us. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
my bad. Shout out to Nino. Nino's videographer, and he's part of the family too, bro.
Okay. The videographer. Okay.
Yeah, the videographer. His name is Nino, and great creators. He's dope. Yeah, he's part of the family, and just you know.
Okay. Yeah, man. That's dope because I need some more hip hop in my life. Like sometimes you just need a little bit of that. I think sometimes we get so caught up in just trying to, have that little ass shaking songs and all that shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need some other shit to get your mind in another place, man.
Yeah.
So
it's a balance. It's a balance.
Exactly.
Like we again, we're not. I don't want to say we're positive rappers, right? But we keep it real, man. What real is to us, what real is to most people, but they front like other things are real because it's all in their face, and that's what sells. That's what's cool. They don't even get bitches. To them in their head, they get the bitches. They get
man. Just like you said, in their head.
Yeah, dude,
in
your head, like you're not, bro. Like you're not. Like Bud doesn't even make you money like that anymore, my man. How you
man?
You know what I mean? Like the drug game ain't even the same anymore, bro. Like
even the other shit, like you ain't making that much out here pushing.
Yeah, it's not like that
It
anymore.
Definitely ain't worth going to jail.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. So
gotta do that jail math.
Hey, man. It's the internet, man. There's a lot of I can't even say it. Desensitizing people right now, where everything is just okay and acceptable, and moral code is lost. There's no compass. There's nothing, and it's.
Yeah, you're 100% right, man. Well, check this out, man. Let's check out your song Michael from that project, Speech for the Poor, right?
Yeah, and I only bring up I only bring up that project on this one. I know it was before Full Eclipse, but I only bring that out because we really went so hard on Full Eclipse that we kind of put our project on the back burner right after it came out. But I love this song. Hope y'all enjoy it. It's some real life stuff as a father, as a husband, and just as a person living in this day and age. So hope y'all enjoy it. Michael,
let's check it out, man.
Off Speech for the Poor.
Indeed.
Shout out Pedro Albizu on the cover.
Hold on, man. I gotta stop this because I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my favorite Michael Jackson song ever in life, bro.
Hey,
that's my favorite Michael Jackson song ever, bro.
Yes,
so I gotta start that back over, dog. My bad.
I hope you dig it, man. Hey, shout out to Words. He recorded this one, engineered by AQ.
Trying to let go and start all over. It's like I've been here before. The pressure get hold of me, turn my heart real cold. Even though I move real far, but still my mind feel close. The ones I lost, I hear them calling my phone. Waking up all dressed cold, sweating with just a dead dial tone. Lord, I miss my homies, praying you welcome them home. I try to keep faith, but there's always that unknown. And lately I don't know, please forgive my tone. It's just my mind's all cluttered, I'm trying to keep it composed. But when I look in the mirror, sometimes I feel no hope. Wifey be trying to understand me, depression telling me she don't. Tell her leave me alone if she won't. I need that God antidote. He told me you should quit smoking and drink no more than a toast. Just want my kids to see me and know that they daddy a go. It's too much cap in y'all quotes. They looking zesty on post, but who am I to encroach them? I'm saying I want her to be just like Mike. Get out the crib and take flight. I learned to play with just one spade. We was all self-made. They wanna take it all the way. Hey, they want your mind, body, spirit, soul, and they control. They trolling. They want your mind, body, spirit, soul, and they control. They trolling.
They wonder why a caged bird sings. Wanna break free, feel the wind on my wings. Once upon a time we were treated like kings. Now I gotta prepare for what this world brings. See, I gotta get right, man, my mind's been a mess. In a time where I wanna unwind from the stress. I remember rock bottom well, but nowadays it feels I cry more from the times I was blessed. God got me the times I got cocky. I was humbled way before my life had got rocky. But what's life if it ain't a little turbulent? Crazy how we think these situations are permanent. Breaking the mold, I was ready to fold. I was ready to load a clip, I was out of control. I was bitter, I was angry, I was out in the cold. But now I'm in with the new and now it's out with the old. I don't hold grudges, I just move forward now when I roll Dutches. I could walk on my own, I don't hold crutches. I don't listen to your music cause it's all rubbish. King Midas gotta show him what the gold touches. This fire is infernal, desires are eternal. I'm flying through each hurdle. My tolerance for people gets smaller with each circle. Now I'm farther, way smarter, I'm feeling like Steve Urkel.
I want her to be just like Mike. Get out the crib and take flight. I learned to play with just one spade. We was all self-made, they wanna take it all the way. Hey, they want your mind, body, spirit, soul, and they control, they trolling. They want your mind, body, spirit, soul, and they control, they trolling.
Oh my God.
Grown man rap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bruh.
that's all it is, man. Real life
That
bars.
was
That's all.
fire. That was fire, bro. First of all, like I said, that's my favorite song, bro. Baby Mine. People don't even know about that song, bro. That was the most fiery song on Thriller.
Yes, sir.
That's the gold. It's the
That
fiery
is.
song on the fucking album, bro.
Yes,
People
sir.
don't even be knowing.
It's just Thriller had that video. That's all, man. But to me, I feel the same, man.
Baby Mine is the hittingest ass song on that shit, bro. I love that song. That's like my favorite song all time, bro. But yeah, I love that. I love the way y'all flipped it. I love the all through the song. Who made that beat? AQ made that?
No. That's the mystery beat, remember?
Oh, okay. That's a mystery. Hey,
we tried. Whoever the producer is, we tried reaching out. No response. I felt it was just in an abyss of nobody doing nothing to it. So I didn't want it to turn into, you know how when you make a little TikTok or something, it just has a beat. I didn't want it to beat one of those. I was like, fuck that. We're gonna make this shit.
That was fire, bro.
Hopefully don't bite us in.
Y'all followed the fuck off that one, boy. Woo! Yeah.
So thank you, man.
I like that. Y'all was spitting on that, man, for real. I love it. Hey, that was fire.
Appreciate you.
Bars was sick. The way y'all was flowing. Yeah, man. Damn. Okay.
Appreciate
I can't wait for this new project, man. That's definitely gonna be.
Yes, sir. And
it's gonna be it, man.
And if you haven't, peeped the rest of that project, man, because it's all like that. It's all like real grown man bars. That's what I call it, man. The Speech for the Poor was something that, you know, just flowed quick, man.
No, definitely. Yeah, I hadn't heard that, man. I'm definitely going to check that one out. I need to. How many songs is on that one?
It's an EP, so it's like 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Easy listening. Yeah.
No, that's dope. Yeah, that's a fire ass song right there, man. So I mean, wow, y'all be flowing, man. Like I said, the whole shit is dope. Like I said, I was telling AQ, like I saw some video just on a fluke, just came on my timeline. I'm like, is this motherfucker in a spaceship or some shit?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? This studio is fucking crazy. Like,
yeah.
She got all kinds of shit. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. I was like, damn. Okay. And usually sometimes people be having dope ass studios like that.
Yeah.
They should be sounding trash coming up out of there. But I see he out there. He out there going to work.
Yeah, the Hit Shop is a gem here, man. You know, There's a couple of studios out here that Chicago's known for, right? But I think the Hit Shop is definitely making its own lane right now. So
I hear it, man. So yeah, man. So like I said, I guess I appreciate you for coming, man. This is a
hey, man,
great time. I
thank
got
you
to
for
hear
having
some
me,
dope
man.
music, and I think you, like I said, I think just the crew, y'all three, y'all got something, man. Like I said, y'all definitely, I think this next project could definitely put you in a good place, man. Because
I appreciate you, brother.
I think a lot of hip hop people will be able to respect what's going on here, man. Because y'all got some shit. Like I said, I don't even hear this type of rapping hardly no more. At least what I be hearing in the stratosphere.
Yeah.
So I love it, man. Because I miss that shit. Because like I said, I was a big East Coast music listener back in the day, anyway. So
yes,
I
sir.
love it. So
I agree, man. The
So
pleasure was mine, my brother. Thank you for having me, man. For real.
Hey, no problem. Hey, I was telling everybody too, like when y'all do have when you're done, with your album, whatever, we can have a listening party on my platform.
Oh yeah.
Just come listen to the shit. Y'all can break down the songs and what y'all was thinking and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, my brother. No doubt,
yeah.
man.
But
Maybe,
later, give them your socials too before you go, man.
Yes, sir. So you can find me pretty much the name at the lower left side, Clew Rock, on all platforms. So Instagram, Clew Rock. What is it? TikTok. I don't really be on there, but Clew Rock. I don't do too many dances, but pretty much everything, man. Clew Rock. I thank God it's such a abstract name that nobody likes it, so nobody's jacking my shit.
Yeah, and speaking of that, where did the name come from? Where the name?
Again, I was too fat to break dance, but I did shoot my shot at graffiti. I wasn't good at all, but the name I wasn't changing it because I know that at that time people would write their name and either put, like, for example, Old Man Huda 1 or Old Man Huda Rock. Like, that was just something that I knew was going to be a time capsule for me personally. So I just kept it, man. It was just going to be Clew, but then DJ Clew was real big at that time. So I just kept Clew Rock, man. And I wanted to change it, but then I'm like, for what, man? I'm fucking 45 years old, dude. Hate it or love it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like,
exactly. No, it's dope. It's dope. It's different. Like I said, it's nobody else, because the crazy part is I didn't even think about like a DJ Clew and nothing like that.
Yeah.
That didn't even come into my head. So
Yes,
that's dope.
Yes,
because I meant to ask you that. I was like, where did that name come from? I didn't know if that was like a nickname or something. Somebody just gave you. That's dope, man. Yeah, man. So hey, like I said, I appreciate you coming by. Like I said, I love what the crew is doing. And like I said, whenever y'all ready to drop some music, let me know.
Yes, sir.
I'm always
definitely,
ready,
man,
to listen and check out what you're working with. So
definitely, man.
And
peace, blessings.
Everybody watching, thank y'all for coming,
yes,
man.
Sir. Thank y'all for tuning in.
It's Clew Rock, man. We out of here like last.